Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my new subscribers and everyone out there who's been supporting me. I am new to doing picker decks and picker cards and all these type of readings, and I just want to say I feel so blessed to be able to bring these messages to you. I love connecting with you. I love reading for you. Now, today's reading is about relationships, partnerships. You maybe have your eye on a romantic, in a romantic way on someone, and you're not quite sure how they feel about you. So just remember, these picker card readings are a general reading. Below my video, you'll find links where you can contact me for a personal reading where the energy is much more focused. There's also a donation button located there. If you find yourself clicking on that button and donating to me and my channel, thank you so much for valuing me and for valuing my time. I value each and every one of you. And yes, I was born to do this. So below my video, you'll also find timestamps where you can find your reading, and there is also a list of the decks that I'll be using. So these are the 3 tarot decks. The first one here is with the Power Shell. We call it Power Shell down here in Kiwi land, Aotearoa. Then this is my Universal Golden Tarot. Then my Thelema deck with this beautiful autumn leaf. Yes, it's winter down here in the southern hemisphere, winter in Kiwi land. And then with deck number 3 we have the Feather. That's my Elemental Tarot that I'll be using. And I'll also be using other decks like Healing with the Fairies. We will use messages from your angels. We will use, depending on if we need to, messages from heaven or talking to heaven. And then I'll also, when it comes to relationships, last but not the least, the Romance Angels Oracle cards. So I will use these cards as I feel led to do so. So hopefully by now you've chosen the deck that you're most drawn to, and I'll proceed to do a reading for us. So these readings are for, high vibration readings as well, like people who are already connected in 5D spiritually. I'd like to call them 5D readings. Some people say twin flame, divine counterparts, But I feel for a lot of us, we're already connected in 5D anyway, because people are starting to feel connections keenly and deeply. They can feel the soul connections because the energy is changing. We are all ascending. Okay, so I'll just shuffle to tune in again. And this specific spread is to have a look at you and your person and what is unfolding between the two of you. I'll just shuffle to tune in. Thank you for your patience. I love reading for you. I love doing tarot readings. I was born to do this. Thank you for sharing my world. Last shuffle. The decks are alive. They tell you when they're ready. They tell you, okay, yeah, I'm ready. Alright. I'll cut the deck for us. Are you ready? This is your relationship spread. So please remember that these readings are general, okay? And that the time is fluid, and that sometimes it's vice versa. There is a lot that I can say about tarot reading. That time is sometimes totally irrelevant. That's why I do not put dates on these videos, because there's no expiration date on these. I feel like you know, doing a tarot reading in a general way is general energy. Okay, so just keep this in mind, and that the roles can be reversed. So I'll just draw the cards and then I'll read. Okay, so for the person who's watching, for the viewer, we have here the King of Cups, which is a sign of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and this person is emotionally very mature, knows how to be in control of the emotions, can be very creative, spiritual, loves music, lives life on a deeper level, very much aware of the subconscious mind influencing the current moment. Maybe someone with a deep understanding of psychology, the human psyche, maybe even brain function. I pick up brain function around this person. Maybe they study brain function or psychology or something to that effect. They have a keen interest in people. And I feel like, there is a focus, there's a certain knowing this person knows that he has found his soulmate, because we have the Six of Cups here, which to me is an indication of a deep friendship, which is sweet. It's someone in the past, someone from in the past coming back again, or it could be someone, not necessarily an ex, but it could just be someone that they know. And this someone has a sense of generosity towards the viewer. The person is very generous towards them with their time, with open conversation. They're always happy to see each other. There's a beautiful connection in how they light up each other's world every time they meet. I hear the sentence, every time we meet, it is so sweet. And I feel like the viewer wants to make a long-term commitment with his or her person. We have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is an indication of long-term. This is the card of legacies, old money. This is the card that would represent the house, the dog, the car, the Grammy, the grandpa, the children, everyone playing together. But we also have the Ten of Cups here, so we have two tens. I feel like with this relationship or this connection, if you don't know where this relationship is going to go, almost feeling like it's run its course, because we have two tens here, but yet there's all this sweetness and this deep soul connection that both of the people know, the viewer as well as the viewer's person. They know that they have this deep soul connection, because we have the High Priestess here as well. So the High Priestess is about intuitively having very deep feelings, whereas the viewer also has a long-term committed, the willingness to commit long-term. Your person realizes on an intuitive level that they have very deep feelings for you. Sometimes they can't even explain their feelings for you either. And I feel like the viewer wants to make an offer of a commitment of some kind to their person, but they haven't gone over into action yet, because they they feel like, maybe they feel like they need a bit more information, because we have the Ace of Swords, which is about communication and a brand new beginning. So I feel for the people who chose this deck that they already met their person. They really feel like they want to make a long-term commitment to their person. They want to work and build on their, they feel like this is the person I want to share my life with. This is the person I want to build a legacy with. I want to invest me, my time, all my resources that I have. I want to invest in my person and the connection that I have with my person. They're willing to make a small offer. We have the Page of Pentacles, but I feel like they're making a small offer because maybe they're not 100% sure about the feelings of their person. They know they have a friendship, they know that they enjoy each other's company, but when it comes to the feelings of their person, they're a little bit hesitant, because their person might send them some mixed signals, or they might not express themselves verbally, because the High Priestess, she just knows. She doesn't say a lot. She intuitively just knows, what, that this connection is very deep, if I could say it like that. So I also feel like the High Priestess might not speak out about her feelings or his feelings, because maybe they're still trying to make sense of it, because it is such a deep connection. It's a soul connection. But I do feel like they're coming to an understanding, and they are preparing to come into action and meet their person halfway. They're actually willing to speed it up, and I feel like, especially with this Knight of Wands here, I just want to see what that energy is about, because sometimes the Knight of Wands can, they can be a little bit like a hit and run kind of energy. But I feel with the High Priestess there, she's not going anywhere. She's quite willing to stay in this connection. Okay, so I feel like this Knight of Wands is coming in with an offer of even give and take. This offer is about establishing a balanced connection. This card is ruled by Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. So they want to bring in a connection that is beneficial for both of you. We have a 6. This is a 6 that resonates with the Lover's card. So I feel like the new beginning that is coming in for you has to do with creating stability, because we have 2 coin cards here, which is also ruled by Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And but I think the 10 of Pentacles is more Virgo, Mercury energy. So once again, it's still about creating a stability, wanting to invest in each other, and having a beautiful balanced connection, especially with the High Priestess here. She's looking for balance. She's also one that knows, she knows intuitively that her person or his person is loyal and want to make that commitment. We have the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Swords as an outcome. It's a little bit up in the air. I like to see something a bit more solid, but I feel like there's beautiful, happy experiences coming in for this partnership, especially with the 10 of Pentacles, long-term happiness around the family and the home life. And then we also have a beautiful new beginning here with the Ace of Swords. That's about the truthful communication. It's about having the conversation to establish something. And I feel like time-wise this is now, because the Ace of Swords to me is winter time. And here in the Southern Hemisphere we are currently in winter time. And Matariki is just around the corner, winter solstice. So I feel like this conversation that is waiting to happen to create this brand new beginning and take this relationship to the next level is just about on your doorstep, because you've taken this connection as far as it can go, and now it is time to take it to the next level. I'll just draw more cards. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have a single person here who is, she knows how to work with her resources. She's very kind to animals. She's self-reliant. She's independent. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn ruled. And so there's a single person here who wants to have a conversation. And she's been working really hard, okay? But it's also, we have 3 tens here now. We have the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is almost an energy where things need to change. It is about taking it to the next level. It is about just making that decision on where is this going to go. We have the Wheel of Fortune, positive changes coming in. This card is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is at the moment in retrograde in Sagittarius, its home sign. It will be going direct on the 11th of August this year. So with Jupiter being in retrograde, this is a time of revision. This is a time of reevaluating your relationship and all the happiness that you've experienced, all the good experiences you had where you can possibly build on, because we have all those coins there, and I feel like Jupiter wants to bring his blessings to this connection to help it move into the next level. Okay, Jupiter is positive experiences coming in. And for timing, I would say, you know, because Jupiter is Sagittarius, I feel like this timing could potentially be towards the end of the year, towards Sagittarius kind of energy, or even when Jupiter goes direct and its energy is very potent round about August, you might start to see the effects of these positive forward movement, especially if it feels like making this long-term commitment has been long in coming. But I feel like both people are, you know, very honest with each other. We have the Ace of Swords there. They're very honest with each other. They're willing to speak to each other and willing to face challenges together. They've had some challenges. Sometimes they've been working very hard, very long hours to be able to create a beautiful, stable foundation for themselves together. But I feel like there might be a commitment forthcoming, a more long-term type of commitment. Okay. So you deserve love. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And I think this is very clear that, you know, whatever it is that the two of you decide to do will be the best. There will be beautiful, positive energy forthcoming for you to build a happy future together. I really like these cards for you. I don't feel I need to draw anymore. So please leave me comments on your situation, because I feel like this is a beautiful friendship, that you've known each other for some time, you've spent some time together, and that both of you are quite willing to take the chance. And I don't really see take a chance here, but I feel like both of you want to make that commitment towards each other, you know, to bring in good fortune. You know that when you are together, your fortune is stronger than when you are apart. That's almost what I see. So give me feedback on this reading. I loved reading for you. Thank you for checking in. If you like this video, please be sure to like. If you like my style of reading, please be sure to subscribe and click on that little bell there to get notifications for new videos that I'm publishing. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so for the people who chose our little autumn leaf, this is my Thelema deck. I'll just shuffle again to tune in. I did pre-shuffle, but every time I change a deck, I just like to tune in again because it's a different group of people watching. It's new energy coming in. So thank you for your patience. If you do like this reading while you're watching, please be sure to click the like button. If you like my style of reading, please subscribe. There's also a little bell you can click on where you can get notifications for when I publish videos. So just tune in. Thank you for watching. Normally I don't have a problem with shuffling, but apparently I have a problem with shuffling this deck. So I feel like some of you might be having some power struggles. Maybe a little bit difficult to see eye to eye or compromise. Maybe there's a little bit of manipulation where one person is trying very hard to impress the other person and they're not in their authentic power. They're not in their authentic truth. They're trying to be something that they're not in order to impress their person. And now that I've said it, my shuffling is much better, so I think that could be potential issues if this is the bundle you've chosen. Okay, so it's 7 cards. We have a look at both of your energies and where this relationship is sitting at the moment and what is unfolding between the two of you. So I'll lay the cards out. Ooh, that's really good. I like this. I like it. I don't normally read reversals, but I'll take that one. Okay, this is actually good news. Maybe I feel like I want to turn it, but I'll bring in that perspective. So, I don't know where the power struggle is because I kind of feel like the person who's watching has their eye on having an established connection with their person. They want a marriage, they want a brand new fresh start with their person because we have the 4 of Wands, which is commitment. This is like the marriage card. It's in the minors, but this is kind of like they're thinking marriage, they're thinking moving in together, having a home together, creating a home together. We have the Ace of Swords on heart level, which is honesty, speaking their truth. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about making an offer for long-term commitment. On this side, we have the King of Wands, so that's a mature masculine male, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo energy. And then we have the Hanged Man. So someone here might be stalling, or, you know, stalling and then all of a sudden going into action because we have the Knight of Wands here. I will draw another card on that Knight of Wands. We have communication. We have the 8 of Wands, which is speeding things up. We have the 2 of Wands, which is opportunities. And then we have the Empress, which is You know, she's the queen. That's a really good outcome. So is there marriage here? Because I feel like the viewer feel like marriage. I want to move in with this person. I want to share my life with my person. I want to live under the same roof. And I feel like reunion, because these three, the Three of Cups that pops out when I was talking about this Four of Wands. So I feel like they want to deepen their connection, or maybe this is a person from the past coming back and they feel like, I want to reunite, we need to have a celebration. Maybe this could even be a marriage. They have marriage on their mind, because the Four of Wands with the Three of Cups is a celebration of, you know, that's basically the marriage celebration. We have the Wheel of Fortune that popped over as well, and I did this on the Ace of Swords. So there is an overwhelming feeling of generosity and just wanting the best on heart level for themselves as well as their person. They're speaking their truth. They're speaking a lot of truth, because the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system besides the Sun, and this is right next to the Ace of Swords. So this is a positive new beginning in the way of expressing themselves, and they're doing it freely. They have a lot to say, they have a lot to express, you know, in heart level. They have a lot to talk about, sharing their feelings. Even though we have the swords there, the swords is about speaking their truth, being truthful, being faithful. I get faithful there as well, especially with Jupiter. So I feel like the person, the viewer, really has, you know, positive intent to make a long-term commitment with their person. So we have the King of Wands here. He's definitely future orientated. He's action orientated. He leads by example. He's a very passionate man or woman, or a person. He's a very passionate person who knows what he wants. He knows how to get what he wants. He's not a couch potato. He's very charismatic. He has his eye. He's looking towards a person, but also thinking about the future on how to move forward in this connection. On heart level for the King of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. So there, I feel like the King of Wands is coming to some sort of enlightenment on heart level, maybe because of the truths that the viewer has been speaking and putting out there. The King of Wands is coming to certain new perspectives on heart level and sacrifices that was made, maybe not even in this connection, but even in past connections. And while I was looking at this Hangman, I see the Three of Wands. So I feel like in this connection, the viewer is talking about long-term commitment, and your person has been waiting for this conversation to happen, and now they are feeling very passionate about this new beginning, because Three of Wands is waiting for their ships to come in, and the ship is coming in. Three of Wands is also about making plans to move residences or change where you live, or checking out the possibilities of moving or getting closer to your person. And I feel, because it's the King of Wands, that there is definite action forthcoming. And we also have the Knight of Wands, which is bringing messages of forward movement. And I really like how this King of Wands, Three of Wands, and Knight of Wands, they're all speaking to, in harmony with each other. So your person is um is in good energy with themselves and being very action orientated and passionate about this brand new beginning with you. We also have the Eight of Wands, which is speeding things up. This is the arrows of love ruled by Sagittarius. It's beautiful, fast communication. I feel like there's a lot of wands here. There's a lot of fire. We have the Two of Wands, which is, creating those opportunities, open doors for you to move forward together and having the overview of your life. And then we have the Empress here. So I feel whatever it is that you are creating, I don't see marriage here per se, but at the very least I see two people moving in together and getting what they want, feeling abundant, feeling they can take care of each other and take care of themselves. They know that financially this is a really good move for them because we have the Empress as well as Jupiter in this reading. We have the Four of Wands, which is creating a stable environment. So we have two people that really love each other. This card is ruled by Venus, Taurus, Cancer, and the Moon. But this is also a mature woman. She is all the queens in this deck. So I feel like someone is getting what they want. They have been maybe waiting for this because we do have the Hangman. They've been waiting for things to fall into place. But this is a beautiful, beautiful outcome for this connection. It's loving, it's caring, it's nurturing, nourishing. Geez, I wish my cards looked like this. I also want to say waiting is over, okay? Stepping through the doorways. Doors are open. If it was a waiting game before, especially with this Wheel of Fortune, sometimes we have to wait for other things to fall into place because we have the Hanged Man there. So there was some waiting. Someone had to come into new perspectives concerning this relationship. But with all this fire, I see this is all go. I just want to draw another card on this Knight of Wands because sometimes there can be a little bit of a hit and run energy, okay? And I just want to see what is the intentions of this messenger, this Knight of Wands coming in here before I draw some other cards. We have the Six of Cups. So this is almost similar to the previous reading. So I feel like a lot of soulmates are meeting up. They're taking the steps and making the decisions to find these soulmates and create a future with their soulmate. So I feel like this Knight of Wands has the best intentions, coming forth, coming in, rushing in to have this new beginning, with you. And as I said, it could be vice versa. Then maybe this is you making the offer to your person and everything is just falling into place for you. I'll shuffle the love and romance cards. It's a beautiful reading. I do feel like this is very positive indeed. And as I said, the Empress rules Taurus, Cancer, Venus, Moon type of energy. So I feel like this could most probably transpire very soon. Anything from Cancer, which is the 21st of June to the 21st of July. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is going to go direct on the 11th of August. So I feel like from 11th August onwards, until November this year, and then also during the time of Cancer, because we've just come out of Taurus. We're in Gemini at the moment. So I feel like these are the opportune times for everything to come together and for it to actually transpire in your reality. So we have reconciliation with that Three of Cups. I do feel like this is a reconciliation, and the Six of Cups that we've had here is like you might have spent some time apart for various reasons, especially maybe some of you actually overseas, had to go overseas, and now because you've had this proposal, it is time to you know, for your person to come back and to come back home and create the home with you, you know, the two of you together. So that's your reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. This could be an ex, but it could just also be someone you have known. Okay, you just know them. So the Six of Cups together with this Knight of Wands is the best of intentions, and especially with this Three of Cups, that is kind of bringing in this reconciliation energy. And then I get release your ex. So time has come to clear energy. So maybe your person hasn't been overseas. Maybe there was just a distance between the two of you, and your person had to move away because they were in another relationship. And I kind of get the feel that the your person might have made some sacrifices, you know, for the other relationship, and maybe that relationship didn't work out because there might have been some illusion, grand illusion there. Things weren't clear. They didn't see you. The energy wasn't in a space where they could recognize you as a life partner. So they had to go with the other person. Maybe it was a karmic connection of some kind where they had to fulfill a karmic contract before they could be with you. But now they have released their ex, and they have fulfilled that contract, and now it is time for you to be together and be happy and create your future together, because you also have a soul contract. Six of Cups is a soul contract. So but I do feel like this is a positive outcome, especially with the high empress, maybe the high priestess is here as well. Maybe some of you are very intuitive, but with the empress here, it is a beautiful outcome for a beautiful connection that, you know, over time you just eventually had to end up together. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please be sure to leave me comments on how you find this reading. I loved reading for you. Have a beautiful day. Light and love. Okay, so I'll do our last reading, which is this one here. It's my Elemental Tarot. And so we'll have a look into your love connection. I'll just shuffle again. So please remember that this is a general reading. When you get a personal reading, the energy is much more focused. Okay. I wonder if some of you haven't been in communication. Maybe some of you have not been speaking to each other, maybe? But you've certainly been thinking of each other. Okay, thank you for patiently waiting until I shuffle. I just want to tune into your energy again. I do pre-shuffle my decks, but because you know, when you change decks, you change audience as well. So please remember, time is fluid. This could be vice versa, all of that stuff. Last shuffle. Okay, so you and your person, are you ready? Let's see what's coming in for you. Oh, this is a lively deck. There's 1, 2. Normally the cards don't fly out. Normally I just shuffle the deck. But when they fly out, that's very significant. Oh, that's too many. So I'll take these ones and then I'll cut the deck as well. Let's have a look. So, 4 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Knight of Cups. Nine of Cups. Eight of Wands. Technology is wonderful when it works. If that camera doesn't want to focus, well, you know. Okay, Temperance. What's coming in for you? Nine of Wands. The World. No, sorry, 10 of Pentacles. I'll draw one more card. The Hangman. Okay, so I'll explain this to you now. So, for the person who's watching, I feel like you feel like there's an opportunity that had passed you by. Or maybe you are saying no to other dates because you feel like you found your person. But it's almost like you are closed off to a new romantic partner because you are either still digesting past hurts and past relationships that didn't work out, and you are still kind of healing from that. With the Knight of Swords, you might have acted impulsively in this connection with your person, saying words that you didn't think through, and you were just, how do I say it, very focused on what it is that you wanted to say and not take your person's feelings or the consequences of your words into consideration. Even though you have been, you want romance in your life, you might even have been traveling across the water, you have been looking towards the past, you're kind of like focused on the past experiences, but it's almost like there's a conflicting energy between wanting to express your truth and be very focused about what it is that you want to say at times, and then also about you know, being very romantic. So, and we have two knights here, which is, you know, that's sort of like a combination of being intimate, but at the same time, with that Four of Cups, it's like holding back as well. So you might have been sending mixed signals to your person, which has, you know, created the kind of energy where your person would either give into alcohol, you know, spend time by themselves and drinking, because, you know, they don't know how to process this on heart level, but they feel quite happy to be in their own company. They feel like they have it all together, but at the same time, I feel like they might have, you know, a problem with alcohol or substance abuse potentially. So just remember, this is a general reading, okay? But I feel like with the Nine of Cups, because it's also a card of wishes coming true, I feel in this case that there might have been some illusions concerning this connection, that someone didn't have a clear mind when they went into this connection, that they had certain expectations or that they had certain views on how this connection should be. But when you went into this connection, it kind of like turned out to be something quite different as time went on. So I don't feel like you are speaking to each other at this moment, even though your person has the desire to open up connection and speak to you again. I feel like at times the viewer might be a little bit, how do I say it? I don't want to say hot-tempered. I feel like you can be either, you know, despondent and feeling a little bit depressed, or you could be, you know, very soft and romantic and approachable, or then there's a side of you that can be very critical and sort of like unsympathetic, which is kind of something that puts your person in a situation where they fluctuate between drinking to solve their problems or just hanging out with their friends and ignoring the situation, and having the desire to talk things through with you. But I feel like your person is going through a period of healing, because we have Temperance here. And this is also a card of patience, waiting for things to fall into place, waiting for the healing to be complete. The angels are working behind the scenes to help your person heal. Maybe they have, I get, maybe they're going through some sort of rehabilitation of some kind, whether this is go for counseling or doing some natural therapies. But I still keep on getting this wanting a balance in their life. So I don't know if they have some sort of substance abuse where they feel like they need to speak up and speak up about what's going on with them, and then also going through a period of healing. So I don't feel like the focus in this connection is like each person is focused on their own self, even though the person who is viewing is maybe desiring a deeper intimacy with their person, but maybe giving their person space to recover, because here we have the Nine of Wands, which is kind of a very defensive energy. This is like almost stay away, don't come close. I need my space. Okay, and we see those little salamanders in the back, and salamanders, to me, they live in dry, hot countries. They have the ability to survive in very difficult conditions, and they have a certain know-how and toughness about them, but they also blend into the environment, so they have the ability to camouflage. And I feel like what is going on between the two of you is like there is a lot of, wanting to fit in, taking steps to fit in and not sticking to the true authentic self. One person is allowing opportunities to pass by where the other person is trying to focus on themselves to recover. And both of you are trying to establish healthy boundaries in a relationship. I don't see anything that is what we call it imbalance, but I feel like a lot of sacrifices have been made in this connection to be able to have this relationship, and maybe those sacrifices were quite a big ask, and now this connection is kind of like hanging in a limbo, waiting for things to come unstuck. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles is also about finishing off, but it's also about wanting to build a long-term committed partnership. This is about investing your resources, everything that you are. This is about legacies, old money, wanting to build a future with someone. This card is ruled by Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And so I feel like even though this could also be being a bit stuck in a situation, but there could also be financial sacrifices that was made. And now it is about setting up healthy boundaries about who is investing what and how much, who will be investing. So I kind of feel like there's a stalemate in this relationship. The viewer could be slightly bored with this current situation, and the viewer's person is a little bit self-absorbed and focused on themselves, more than they are on their person. So now we have reached this kind of stalemate sort of energy that's happening here. And so what I want to do is I want to draw some messages from your angels to see what can we do with this connection. What's the purpose of this connection? I do feel like you are here to learn from each other. You are teaching each other, but this is slow going. This hangman energy is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is about, it's a very nebulous energy. Sometimes we don't have the correct perspective of a person. We have grand illusions, and we have a totally different perspective of a person until we get to know them in an established connection. Then we get this like realization of how different things are in reality to our altruistic expectations. Sometimes we want to believe the best of people, and we always just want to see the good in them. But it's when we start to spend time with them in an established connection and we really get to know them, we can see how misconstrued our perspective sometimes can be. So I think this is maybe the case where your angels are also saying that they're working behind the scenes to bring in a peaceful resolution. This is about being patient with each other if you are in an established connection. It is about waiting things out if you are committed to your person. if you are committed, because I see the person watching or the viewer could potentially be so bored in this connection trying to wait things out. I don't know how long you've been waiting. It could be anything from 9 months to potentially even 9 years, you know, for your person to get their act together, and you feeling like, well, I've been stuck in this connection for I don't know how long. Am I going to sit here and waste my life away? Maybe I should go have a look and see what other opportunities there are in the way of intimacy, because I feel there's a lack of intimacy in this connection. Let's see what the angel cards say. Wow, patience. You can't make this stuff up. If you are, you know, committed to this relation, and look at the angel sitting there. That's beautiful. And the word says, it says, now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. But most of all, it's about being patient with yourself and being patient with your person. I want to draw it. You can also call on your angels to help you with patience. If you feel like, you know, if you feel like this is the type of connection you want to stick it out with, but you need more patience and you don't have any, you can call on your angels to help you with this. So please comment below this video if this reading resonates with you. I'd just like to know if the messages I put out there finds the people who are meant to hear them. Okay, so there's 2 cards. Honeymoon. So I feel like the 2 of you might decide to go away to spend some quality time together to get to know each other again. Maybe this is, you know, you moving forward, because these 2 are on a boat. They're moving forward. It kind of reminds me of the 6 of Swords in a regular tarot deck. So I feel like you might be taking a time out to spend quality time together to reconnect again. And then it says, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help you bring you together. So this could be if you are in a connection and you feel disconnected from your soulmate, or disconnected from your partner, or someone with whom you've been in this connection with, and I feel like you've gone through many ups and downs with this person. You can reaffirm your connection with your person by calling their energy back into your energy. You know, this is about reconnecting again. I feel more than anything else, it's about reconnecting. Do I want to draw more cards? I feel like I want to do talking to heaven. Maybe you're waiting for a message from someone on the other side to help you with this connection. For some or other reason, for this deck, I've been drawing more cards than any of the other decks, the previous 2, because I just feel like maybe the person watching or the viewer watching needs this information. So this is for if you've been waiting for someone who'd crossed over, a beloved person on the other side, to give you a message concerning this situation. So you just take the information, how it fits for you. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, okay? So the person you're thinking of, or the person that you are waiting to hear from concerning the situation, is giving affirmation of who they are by saying, I had to leave that way. Maybe they didn't pass on a natural death. They didn't have a natural passing. In other words, they might have passed in an accident of some kind, or they might have committed suicide, or it was an unnatural passing that they had. So if you're waiting to hear from someone who had an unnatural passing, they say they are present and they are there to help you during this time. So the next card is, I'm standing right next to you. So you are not alone in this. You can always reach out and ask them for assistance in any way, shape, or form. I'll draw another card. That's beautiful. They're standing right next to you. So you have support of your angels as well as someone who had crossed over. They say, now I have no pain. So this is just more confirmation of your person coming in to assist you. So hopefully that will give you an indication of who is with you and helping you during this time. Sorry, my computer is going a bit wonky sometimes and I have to type in my passwords again, but that's a beautiful card. So this person is standing right next to you, helping you in this. If you like this reading, please like. If you like my style of reading, please subscribe. And leave me comments on how this reading found you if you resonate with it. If you don't want to post publicly, you can always reach out to me on my email. These links below. And just let me know if this information had found you. Thank you for watching, everyone. I love reading for you. I wish you the very best in love and your relationships. Until next time, have a beautiful day. Light and love.